Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, I'm Chris and this is Red 5 Labs. I run a 3D printing business out of my basement. I'm going to be showing a technique today that will show you how to estimate how much filament is left on a spool. This is a technique I haven't seen anybody else use on YouTube so far or show how to do it, so maybe I'm the first. If you have seen another one, comment below. I'd be curious to see if anybody else has shown this. This does require that you have a scale of some type. Usually a postage scale would be best. If you're already selling 3D prints, you probably already have a postage scale. If not, you can get them pretty cheap on Amazon. It doesn't have to be fancy, but let's go ahead and check it out. So this is my postage scale. This is Amazon Basics. Like I said, pretty straightforward. So in order to do this, you have to have one feature that some scales might not have, and that's this button called Tare, T-A-R-E. You'll need to have that on it. It's also good if you can put it in a mode that shows kilograms and grams or just grams. Spools are always rated, all the spools I've ever seen are rated in grams. Usually they're 1,000 kilogram or 1,000 grams or a kilogram per spool. And so if you have this in ounces or anything like that and can't change it, you'd have to do some calculations to figure out what it is in grams. So to start out with, you have to have whatever spool you want to check, you have to have an empty spool of that same type. So if you don't have that, then this isn't going to work. But if you save at least one spool, an empty spool from that brand, in this case, I'm going to be using some Elegoo spools. It just happens to be what I had available. I have a handful of empty spools that I've saved to do this. So to start out with, we take our empty spool and we put it on the scale. It'll weigh it. And then we hit the Tare button and that zeroes it out. And it basically subtracts that weight that we have for the spool. When we take it off, you'll notice it goes back to minus that weight. So that spool was 158 grams approximately. And then we're going to put this one on. Now this is Elegoo Matte PLA and the other one wasn't, but I think it's pretty close to the same. And it's telling me that this is 749 grams that are left. And if I look at it, that's about what their little estimator tool here is saying, roughly 700 or 800 grams. Is pretty good. This technique is really going to just give you an estimation. It's not going to give you an exact amount. You're not going to be able to tell that you have exactly 150 grams or anything like that. But if you have 200 grams and the thing you're printing out is only 100 grams, then this will work pretty good because you'll know you'll have more than what you need to print out. So just to try this again, I've got a full spool that is opened up. I take out the desiccant because we don't want to weigh that also. Has to be out of the packaging, otherwise you're adding that weight on too. But here's a full unused spool. We'll put it on there and we get 1,014. So pretty close. This is a 1 kilogram spool, so we're just over by a little bit. So about 14 grams difference. So in general, to estimate the amount of filament you have left, this generally will work pretty well. If you don't have the spool that's already available, you could potentially do this if you could find out from the manufacturer what the weight of their spool is. I'm not sure where you'd find that out from, and then you could just manually subtract that information. But either way, quick little demo on how to estimate how much filament you have left on a spool. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe and leave a comment below if you have questions about this or anything else that I post. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.